everything else. I've just got to start getting the floor and the walls done.
Anyway, we're about to start, mate. So you better stop telling me about your sex swing and everything you're making in your dungeon. Hello, we don't appear to be going out anywhere, and I've clicked all the places, and we're not going out anywhere. What the fuck?
Oh dear.
Right, let's try this again. We're supposed to be on Things Network. Nope. Why are we not there? This happened the other week. Can you have a check, see if we're on there?
I'll have to go and get my iPad.
Hang on. Nope. It's just come up. Right. There was a delay on there. Yeah, we've just come up. So I'm not sure. And of course, Facebook is being a dick. Right. I think Facebook is playing up.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Hi, Nigel.
Yeah, I think Facebook is playing up. Hi, Nigel. You all right, mate? Why the hell do I begin? First of all, we are minus a beard. We are minus a beard because the Josh is currently... No, we're talking Yeti beard. We're talking Yeti.
Yeah, I'm making up for it.
I've got me goatee. You can't fucking see it because it's so light, but because it's all... This bit's white. But I've got me goatee. I've always got me goatee. Yeah, well, you're blonde, aren't you?
Mine's gone the same.
Yeah.
Well, I am at the moment, but I didn't bleach this bit.
I remember watching over the years as this bit went darker and lighter and lighter and lighter, and then just went pure white. And I'm like, oh. So, yeah. But yeah, Josh the Beard is driving across America from Wisconsin, and he's going to Florida because they're going there for the holiday. So the poor chap's absolutely knackered. He's had no sleep, and he's driving his family to Florida. So good luck. Safe trip, and we will talk to you soon. But yeah, he's not going to be back with us, I don't think, until the end of April. So yeah, but we have several things to talk about. One of the things is all these people disappearing that are to do with the Air Force General, the USA Air Force General that disappeared, and all the people that were coming forward in regards to disclosure. 17 people, all to do with the USAF General, have vanished, and they were all to do with the disclosure project, and they were all coming out and doing full disclosure to Trump. All of them have vanished.
Well, that's convenient, isn't it?
I have a very itchy chin. Do you remember that at school? Do you remember when we said about Trump doing the UFO disclosure, and he said he came out with his stuff? Remember we said, you watch, people are going to start vanishing.
Yep, something will happen, and it has.
And we got, oh, no, that wouldn't happen. No. I don't think Trump knows anything about it. I think he gets told, oh, such and such has vanished, and he's going, what the fuck? When he should be going, which one of you bastards did this? So, I think that's what's going on. I think he has underlings working underneath, and they just don't tell him shit and just crack on and do, oh, we can't have disclosure.
I think he's conveniently got a lot of things on his plate.
What, like starting a
said,
war?
I said ages ago, didn't I? That when he first said about disclosure, I said something will happen closer
Yep.
to the date that will
Yep.
push that to one side, and sure enough, it's happened.
First we had Epstein, and then Epstein dragged on and dragged on and dragged on and dragged on. It's like, "Ugh, let's have a fight. Let's have a fight. Everybody they'll be so like stoked with us being the heroes and we're having a fight and stuff that they're just going to forget everything. And what's actually happened is it's backfired on them because everybody's gone, why the fuck did you start a fight? What about disclosure? And all it's doing is making everybody else go, you're doing this to stop us from talking about disclosure. You're trying to do a smoke screen. What are you playing at?
Yeah, I mean, I saw something the other day from someone that made a valid point about this business that's going on over there at the moment. And it was the fact that they haven't started a war. It's been ongoing for decades.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had the Iranian embassy business in London in the 80s.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's been issues for the last 40 years, and it's taken someone like Donald Trump to put his foot down and go, right, enough's enough. Evening, Noreen.
It does seem, hi Noreen, it does seem very odd that this has all started around the advent of disclosure.
Yeah, all too convenient, and I said that would happen.
Very, very convenient. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the places that this is not going out. Why is this not going out? Thingy, the other network. Not Things. The other one.
Simply Spooky.
That's it. It's not been going out on there. I wonder why that is. Let's have a look. Because it says, according to this, there is no group. There is no Simply Spooky group.
Maybe we should get some disclosure on that as well.
Yeah. Why have we got no Simply Spooky group going on here? This is very, very strange. Let's have another look again. Simply. There you go. Simply Spooky. Right. Why was that not on there? That's bizarre. And now it's on there. Do you know what? I don't know what the hell's going on with Facebook. I really don't. It said it wasn't there, and I've looked again. It's gone, oh, it's there. And then it said we weren't on Things, and it's like, oh yeah, you are on Things. But yeah, all this that's going on in the Middle East. Have you seen all the reports of? I hate it when people go, oh, but I'm going to do that and go, orbs. Have you seen all the reports of the orbs and stuff that have been cited all around the world, especially around nuclear bases?
Yeah, I have heard a few things about the boogospheres.
The boogosphere. I think it's a pile of horse shit myself.
Because you've got, well, this is all led on from the boogosphere, hasn't it? Because obviously that started it all. That was the catalyst. And you're still getting information coming out about it, but now all of a sudden it's convenient that there's these other orbs are being seen all over the place.
Well, there's asteroids going off, comets, spheres being seen, lights in the sky, and not just like limited to like North America or parts of Europe or South America, worldwide, Australia, Middle East, everything. There's even reports of a TR3D. The fuck? Sorry, I just had a message from my missus and I've got no idea what she's on about. Yeah, there's even alleged sightings of a TR3D bombing in the Middle East. That was bombing and not the other word. So what the fuck is going on? If we're using Stellarcraft and Interstellar Craft, what the fuck? And why is Trump pulling Space Force into a ground battle?
It's a lot easier. It's probably going to be a lot easier economically and what do you call it? man-wise. So you're not going to have to use as many people. And the
Yeah.
technology is there to be able to go in, do what it has to do, and get out without any incident.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're still using the normal aircraft that they've got, and they're still being shot down. Whereas with the TR-3B, you've got no chance of that getting shot down.
Well, to be fair, if that's being used, that's going to be way fucking high up. And they ain't going to be able to get that.
No.
Yeah, these spheres, the whole reason I call horseshit is because you had the Bet sphere in the 70s that the USAF came and took away from them. And then the Smithsonian has something to do with it. And then all of a sudden, super soldiers know all about it. So, and for those of you who don't know, super soldiers are the ones who are supposed to work for the top secret high echelons of the government, go on other planets and fight and get their memories wiped and go forward in time, go backwards in time and fight with aliens, and doing the job I would like to do. Apart from having my memory wiped. Don't want that. I'd like to retain all my knowledge and everything. So, but yeah, there was the Bet sphere. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then and that used to move on its own. It caused you to have headaches and this, that, and the other. It's entirely the same makeup, the same alloys, everything, you know. And it's like I was having a chat with Andy. I don't know if he's watching, but somebody I work with who's geekier than me. I found somebody that out geeks all three of us put together, which fucking astounds me. Him and his son Luke, they are so geeky, like it's unreal, in a good way. But as he was pointing out, he said, when you weld, because he asked me about welding, and he said, you know, when you weld something and grind it down, and I was like, yeah, it makes it seamless. The only way you'll see any evidence of a seam is X-rays and stuff like that, because it'll still show where the metal's melded together, you know. But the Boogosphere is seamless, but it has resin, a weird type of resin inside, and micro hieroglyphs, and this, that, and the other. And there's supposed to be internal spheres that go and cause propulsion and this, that, and the other. But it's like, that's not the first one. The best one was the first reported one, but there have been several spheres down throughout the last few decades. They've nearly always been South America. The best one was taken away. There was about 3 or 4 in South America. I can't remember what they were called, but there was the one before the Boogosphere now. And I'm not convinced with the Boogosphere. I've seen some of the videos of it flying around before it went, and it crashed into power lines, didn't it? And that's what's supposed to have made it go. But
yeah, it looked a bit weird. But there was also the one at Manchester Airport.
Yeah, I remember I have seen that, and I've seen the video, and I've seen the photos of that. That was darker than the Boogosphere and bigger. That was darker and bigger. And there was never anything that came about with that. Hang on a second. I'm just going to see what my other one's on about, because I've got no idea.
I think the reason why nothing came of that was because it flew off again, didn't it? Whereas the Boogosphere didn't.
Fucked off.
So
but the Boogosphere happened around the same time as the skin peeling aliens. That's why I'm like, and all these things, all these things that have been verified by various specialists and doctors and scientists and this, that, and the other. None of them are like the preeminent ones. Is that because the preeminent ones would just immediately get no, couldn't exist, no bollocks, when it is real, or is it because it's not real and the preeminent one, they know the preeminent ones have just got.
Again, it could be because the powers that be are trying to push you away from it. They don't want you to know what's out there. They don't want you to know what's involved with it all or what's controlling them. So if they can spill enough rubbish to throw you away from it, then they're going to do what they can. And this is what we've said before, is the fact that there is so much stuff that goes onto the internet, but now the internet is the easiest way to deceive somebody if something does come up naturally that makes people go, oh my God, did you just see that?
There's so much disinformation out there. I mean, everybody knows that every Bobberman of the main Bobberments has a special department for spreading disinformation about stuff like this to make people think, you know, and everyone knows they've had it, especially the UFO ones they've had since Hynek and the late 40s, you know. So, and even Hynek quit his job because he said, I don't like what I'm doing. I don't agree with making people think it's this and making people think it's that, when it's so fucking obvious. It's aliens, you know? So, I mean, good God, the man even asked to have a bit part in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
I wonder if someone like that's going to be in this new one.
I can't wait to see it, because have you been looking at all the fucking stories about that on the darker web?
No.
All the stories.
It's annoying.
I won't say dark web. I'll say all the. Hey, Josh. I'll say all the rabbit holes. The rabbit holes you go down. But they're all saying that when Spielberg made this, he was being given chapter and verse of what's going on. What's this? He was introduced to various things. He knows unequivocally that we're not alone, that we haven't been alone for a long time, and that this is his way of saying this is the truth. This is what's happening. This is what has happened, and this is what's happening now.
I still find it very coincidental that the language used by the aliens in Disclosure Day is the same language that was used in M. Night Shyamalan's Signs.
It paused when you said Shyamalan, whatever his fucking name is. It sounded like you went M. Night Shyamalan. What do you want?
Ding dong. Yeah, I mean, it's the same language as what they used in Signs.
It is.
So I'm like, well, why have they used that particular language? And I'm sure there was another film as well about aliens in a subway, and they were using the same sort of language. Evening, Irene.
Aliens in the subway. Irene. Aliens in the subway.
Yeah, they were down a subway, and there was this weird thing that was making clicking noises. Is it Mimic?
Oh, could be.
I think it was Mimic. And they first come across it in the subway. I'm sure it was that.
If they came across it in the subway, did they apologise for doing that to them and wipe it off and then make friends?
Oh, I don't think they got the choice. I think it just killed them all.
Do you know, it does ring a bell, Mimic. Yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of stoked for this new film, because every bloody rabbit hole that I've gone down. What shenanigans are you guys up to? M. Night shenanigans. Spielberg is a Federation ambassador. That wouldn't surprise me. But yeah,
that wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah, but all the rabbit holes I've gone down have said that this it's actually disclosure. It's disclosure without disclosure, but it's disclosure. So I'm wondering if after the film's been out for a little bit, if this shit's going to start to happen, if it's actually going to kick it off. Which I hope it does.
Could be the start of it, yeah.
I hope it does. What are your thoughts, and you guys out there watching and in the chat room? Right now, you've got the Book of Revelations and all that stuff, and all the prophecies in the Bible, and saying that this coming the second coming of Christ, and this and the other, it will start in the Middle East, and there will be all these signs, there'll be all these spheres, and this, that, and the other. Right, that's one of the prophecies. Trump started a war in the Middle East. There's now all these spheres and everything. However, there have been other people who have suggested that yes, that is what was said in the Bible, but we've reached a turning point where we can either go that way, carry on with death and destruction and just be wiped out, or we can start being enlightened and go this way and figure out we don't need to have wars, we don't need to be killing each other, we don't need to do this, that, and the other. We need to carry on with being enlightened, realize we have alien cousins and this, that, and the other, embrace it, join the Federation. And from what I've seen, everybody doesn't agree with the war. No one agrees with it, doesn't want it going on. You've got loads of teenagers and loads of early 20-year-olds in the US Marine Corps signing up to be conscientious observers because they don't want to go fighting in it, because they don't agree with it. So does that mean that everybody's starting to wake up? Everybody's starting to wake up, and we're steering away from the bad stuff. What do you reckon?
Well, I mean, I personally don't believe in the Bible, so as soon as someone mentions the Book of Revelations, I throw that out the window straight away.
I think the Bible is a book of rules created by man to govern man, to make man controlled of other man, in fear of other man. I do believe there is a higher power. I do believe there is something out there in the cosmos that's bigger, better than all of us, and watches, has a finger in everything we do. I don't know. Consciousness is linked to it.
Yeah, I definitely think that. I definitely think there is something more powerful than us.
Okay, Irene.
But I don't think it's one spiritual being that governs everything. I think it's been more of a genetic experiment that has been used. Oh, hello, I'm on my own now. Oh, bye, Mark. Help, I've got as well.
Are we both back?
We're both back. You disappeared, then I disappeared. Then I came back, then you came back. And now I've swapped over. I haven't swapped over again. And again. And again. And again. What's going on? And again.
I don't believe in the Bible either. That's why I remain Shintoist till now. I still think that the Parthenon of gods, the original Parthenon of gods, and I'm going back to when we were cavemen and we had fire god, we had air god, we had the big god that controls everybody else god, lightning god, all that stuff. And then it went down, and then it went to like the Celts and the Druids and the ancient Romans and the ancient Greeks, the Vikings, all that lot. It was, I swear, it was the same gods. You had the head god that did the same stuff. Then you had the underlings that did the same stuff, and their underlings that did the same stuff, and I swear it was beings who were either precursors to us or from elsewhere. But either way, either or, their technology was something that us back then were like, what the fuck is that? You know, and we didn't recognize. So we were like, oh, you must be gods. Oh, bow down. And then they all went, yes, we are, you know, and they intermingled with our females and made Nephilim, half angels, half this, half that, which I don't believe. I think, they intermingled with men and women and did things, but I think the closest truth is they were either precursors or from elsewhere. They appeared to us as gods, and the people that were with them were angels and this, that, and the other. And then, and again, if you look in the ancient scrolls and everything, they talk about a big scrap in the Anunnaki between the ones that were jealous of us because they altered our DNA and made us in their sight, in their vision, and God knows what else. And those are the ones that liked us and wanted us to prosper and succeed. And that's where you get angels. That's where you get demons. And then when they had the big scrap over us, that's where you got angels, demons. Demons want us to fail. Angels want us to prosper. I'm kind of believing that, but even the Anunnaki stated that if their gods found out that they were pretending to be gods, they would be in deep shit. And they said that in the scrolls. They said that in the Emerald Scrolls, top everything. They said we will be in shit if they knew back at our home planet. They knew what we were doing, and that to me says the gods were real, are real. We don't know if they died. We don't know how long they lived for. We don't know if they just went off somewhere else. But I think the gods were real, but they weren't what we thought, which I completely understand and I get that.
Yeah, I just think the current state of affairs, I think it's more like the fact that people have seen it coming.
Yeah.
And it's taken 40 odd years. It's taken 40 odd years to get to this point, but people knew it was coming.
And I believe that a lot of these abductions and this, that, and the other, and the babies and things, I think that there are a lot of people out there who have had experiences, and then from having the experiences, because suddenly they're not prophets, but they get told things, they get visions, they get this, that, and the other, and it all happens. And I think something is happening between the DNAs. Something's happening, and it's giving them, for want of a better word, superpowers. I don't know any other word. I don't know what other words they use for it, but whatever's happening in their encounters is opening their subconscious up, opening their unconsciousness up, so that they are able to have these visions, able to have these thoughts, communicate, and this, that, the other. And I quite believe that. I'd love to experience it myself. I'd love to be able to say, this shit's coming. This shit that we've spoken about, oh my God, it's so real. I'd love to be able to do that. 100% say, they're real, they're here. As far as I'm concerned, they are real, they are here, and they've been here for a long time. And it's not just since Roswell, it's not just since Foo Fighters in World War II. Look back down over Renaissance paintings, look back down over in fact, look back down as far back as monks in Ireland describing discs in the sky back in the 12th century and stuff like that. Look back beyond that when the Vikings would talk about the gods' chariots and this, that, and the other. Look even further back, and you'll see all the evidence is just there. We decided that we don't know what that is. It's got to be the gods. No, actually, I don't think a lot of it was. I think we had gods here, but I don't think they were what we thought of as gods.
Well, you got to a point in history beforehand, anything that was sort of humanoid-like with a bit of power would have been classed as a god. The pharaohs did it themselves. They classed themselves as gods.
They did. The pharaohs said, "We are the living incarnation of God, of the gods." And then you had that idiot Akhenaten who said, "I'm the sun god. We will not worship any other gods. Get rid of them."
Yeah.
Just reading that. Shinto came from aliens, and my mother's family created a temple. So yeah, and Shinto is only practiced by the royal family. So why is that? They even have their own Buddhist sect when we die. Come and visit me, and I will take you there. You can stay at my house. I tell you what, I would love to come over one day, but I'll bring Rachel with me, and I'd love to do that and see all that stuff because I've always wanted to see you.
And the worst part, if I came along, I'd have to bring all my lot with me.
Your house isn't built. Your house covers earthquakes. It doesn't cover Freddy's.
I would not be able to come over to Japan without bringing the rest of them with me, especially Chloe.
No, she'd kill you. She'd kill you.
Well, Chloe loves all the anime and stuff like that. So right. She's been like, I'm coming on, you like it or not.
No, she's a very good drawer. But yeah, no, she's exactly on right there. Why did the royal family start their own religion? And again, when you look back at all the legends of that and the Shinto and stuff, there was, I can't remember, Irene will know, the girl that turned up in that weird looking craft that was washed up on the beach. 15th century, I believe it was. And she was an alien. She looked like one of us, but you could tell there was things different. And they described her as not from here. And they described the craft that she was in, not from here. So there's always been legends of aliens and stuff around there. Look at all the myths. I've always thought that myths and things like that, possibly from things left over before us, or things that were from there and got brought here. I don't know. The legends of werewolves and vampires are supposed to be when we were Agasunama. Thank you. But yeah, the legends of werewolves and vampires are supposed to be, they were our keepers in Eden. It wasn't Eden, it was Eden, and it was a science fiction science lab where we were bred and tested and this, that, and the other, and they made these guys because they could see us and stop us from escaping the lab, and then they just take us out. That's an interesting concept on vampires and werewolves and stuff. An interesting, good one. And that would explain all the dogmen and stuff like that, and would explain why we still got sightings now, because they're still fucking keeping an eye on us. But I do believe they've been here, and I do believe that the gods were real, definitely real. But I think they were from other planets. They were from elsewhere. And the gods are always from elsewhere anyway. They reside elsewhere. So they were gods. They are gods. I don't know. But yeah, definitely, I think there's a lot of truth in it. And now with everything that's going on now, I think there's a lot of truth in what these experiences have been saying about what is coming, what is going to happen. What do you make of this shit about we're going to lose gravity for 7 seconds?
Oh, that was in August, wasn't it?
I thought it was meant to be the end of April.
How would the only way we would lose gravity is if Earth's, the rotation of Earth was to change.
The only thing I could suggest is on that day when it's supposed to happen, everybody get inside. Strap yourself down. Strap all your shit down and strap yourself down. I'll be bringing my motorbike into the hallway.
I was going to say you'll get everybody bolting their cars to the floor and everything. Anything that can be nailed down is going to get nailed down.
August the 12th, Project Anchor. Thank you. But yeah, I'll be bringing my bike into the hallway. So if you're watching this, Rachel, I love you. But yeah, now if that does, if just don't be outside. Don't be outside. You know, anybody can survive headbutting the ceiling and coming down. Just watch out for your chest of drawers and wardrobes falling over and shit when they come back down. But you'll live through that.
Well, the good thing is, at least it's after my birthday, so I don't mind.
Yeah, yours and mine, isn't it? Yeah, because mine's in June. Yeah. And besides that, I'm got to make sure nobody's outside, none of the animals, nothing, because you know we have a wedding and living happily ever after to do and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, that'd be quite nice.
I think it's another thing like the Y2K virus. Everybody said the Y2K virus was going to destroy every single computer. Planes are going to drop out of the sky. Air traffic control is going to go haywire. Anything that was running by a computer would go to pot. So some bright spark went, oh, do you know what? I'm going to invent a program that don't do jack shit to your computer, but makes you think it's going to work and stop your computer from going down the pan.
Because a lot of them had countdown timers. I remember they had all the countdown times, and people were going, "Oh my god!" People in NORAD and stuff like that we're freaking out and trying to make sure to get around the computers.
Everybody was shitting themselves, thinking, "Oh, my computer's going to go down the pan." My PC never broke down.
No, mine didn't.
Never had a problem with my PC when it came to the year 2000.
Do you know? I would laugh.
Someone made a lot of money from that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would laugh if on August the 12th we woke up, like me and Rachel just woke up in the morning and we're like touching the ceiling and then the
ceiling.
The fuck.
The thing is, the way we've got to look at it is if the gravity goes for 7 seconds, we'd all die regardless because all the air would disappear off into space.
There'd be nothing. There would be nothing. There would be nothing. The only way gravity could stop, yeah, exactly. There'd be no atmosphere, nothing. So
it would all just disappear. So yeah.
Yeah. There's supposed to be quite a few things coming. The signs are supposed to be coming, but I do think that if it's what they say, you know, we can either go that way or we can go that way. I really fucking hope we are waking up, being enlightened, opening our bloody eyes and our minds and going, yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's do that. We need 0 point energy. We need this. We need that. We don't need fossil fuels. We don't need this. We don't need that. We don't need to be killing each other. Don't need weapons of mass destruction, poison, shit like that, because we don't. I agree that we need some arms to look after ourselves and things, but you don't need something that can wipe out thousands of people in one hit. Nobody does, you know? So let's hope that that's what's happening. The only thing I can say is all these, if we're waking up, sorry, some people ain't going to like this, the woke lot, pack your shit in because you're not woke. You think you're privileged and that's it. That is not being woke. Seeing what's around you and accepting the final truth about everything, that's waking up. Not going, I look like a parrot, but I class myself as a toaster. That's not being woke. And I'll leave that one there.
And on other news, have you heard the latest about the Travis Walton incident?
Oh, people trying to say it was a load of bollocks.
They're all starting to say it was a hoax again.
See, I I find it all suspicious because Trump said, we're going to do this. He opened up 2 websites for disclosure, and then all of a sudden everybody started to disappear, and then all these rumors have started about Betty and Barney Hill, Travis Walton, all the really famous ones that were, there was no rhyme or reason why they should be fake. All of these ones, and now all of them, people are starting to go, oh no, it's fake. Oh no, it's this. Oh no, it was that. I think it's a case of, you wait and it'll be Rendlesham Forest will be next. Rendlesham will be next.
It's misdirection. That's all it is. It's misdirection.
It is. It's like it's too late. The Bobmans of the world need to realise it's too fucking late. We know they're here.
Yeah.
We know they exist. Wayne's
and another thing.
What?
You know, when we did we were going to do a show about the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
Right. And the website that we got the information from mysteriously disappeared.
Yep. The Japanese one.
Funnily enough, it didn't just disappear, it landed on NASA's plate instead. Because now even astronauts from Apollo 16 have stated there are structures on the dark side of the moon. And China have just recently started showing the photos that they have taken of the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, that's right. That's but it got structures on them, and the remains of bombed out buildings and stuff like that. Yeah. So NASA, even American astronauts are starting to come forward and say it now. Well, they have for ages now. I mean, remember Buzz Aldrin coming out saying, "Yeah, well, we can't fucking talk about it," and he was petrified until he flipped out, didn't he?
He kept changing the story. 1 minute he was quite happy to talk about it, and then all of a sudden he went tight-lipped and wouldn't say anything. But now I can't remember his name now, but this guy that was on the Apollo 16 has done almost as much time on the moon as any other astronaut, has actually stated that they had taken soil samples from a crater that was practically on the borderline of the dark side of the moon, and it had some really strange material mixed in with it. But with the vacuum of space, you shouldn't have been able to have got this material, but it was there.
Well, it's like all these different stories about how the moon got there. First of all, it was the planet Tiamat striking Earth, and then it coalesced and made the moon. But the fact that it doesn't turn and it's tidally locked, it makes me wonder. And then you've got all this other shit with people saying it was put there, it was towed there, it was put there. The what's the fucking we were talking about it in the chat, Dark Knight, the dark, you know what I mean, the Dark Knight, that's up there, that's allegedly supposed to be to do with that satellite's people, that they put the moon there to watch us, keep an eye on us, because there's all bases there, bases under the surface, this, that, and the other. It's like a staging place where they can and hop somewhere else. But there's all these different theories and stories behind it, and I'm like, if there's something on the moon, so bloody what? Just come out. It's all this. I'm sick of all the bullshit and the lies, you know, all the hiding things, and it's this and it's that, and now everybody's disappearing, and it's like we all fucking know why they're disappearing. We know who's doing it. We know why they're doing it. You know, maybe 15 years ago we'd start going, what happened? Why did they go? Where did they go? Who did it? Well, we all fucking know who's doing it. We all know why they're disappearing. It's to keep stum. It's to stop the truth coming out. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily, we don't have insider information, so we ain't going to get taken out. But all the ones that have insider information, you wait and see, they're all going to start disappearing. They have tried so hard to get hold of, to take Dr. Greer out, amongst others. They've tried so hard to get a lot of famous people taken out. But because the truth is out there and it's reached that point, the powers that be know if these people are taken out, there's going to be like a kill switch where everything goes, just gets sent out everywhere. So it's a shame that these ones that disappeared, these 17 that disappeared, didn't have that, or did they?
I mean, isn't there supposed to be a documentary movie coming out from Bob Lazar?
Yes, there is.
I'm sure I'd seen it somewhere on. I think it was on TikTok that Bob Lazar was releasing a documentary movie.
Yeah, there is. And oh god, what the hell? Because I've got his disclosure thing. I'll have a look and then find out the date and everything and let you know. But yeah, he's bringing one out. There's the Spielberg one, which I'm really, really looking forward to. I want to see that in the cinema. I wonder if there's going to be like subliminal in the cinema. You come out going, you know.
You'll probably turn to your right and look at the person next to you, and that'll be a great.
yeah. Or they're going to turn around and go, ah.
Be like, ah.
I already fucking do that. What are you about? It's funny the government is being closed, but we're not stupid, and we know more about that they think we do. But we have free speech and journalists, and the government can't control us here.
Well, the thing is that's the good thing about the internet now, and with social media, it is so hard to keep control of it that no sooner something being posted, it's been copied, posted, reposted, shared out, copied, God knows what, so many times that now we're at the stage where they can't stop it without shutting the whole system down.
Yeah. And it's like I tell you what it's like. It's like with all this shit that's going on with the Bobermans at the moment. Our Boberman, which I've noticed is Wayne fallen asleep there? No, he's woken up. It keeps pausing, and you were like, one thing I've noticed with the Boberman is our one has been strangely quiet on everything, and before it was up the US's arse when it came to disclosure, saying, "Oh yeah, they're here. Yeah, they're here. We know they're here. Yeah, we've known this and we've known this. Rudloe Manor. Yes, we know what's going on. Yes, there's still an active building underneath the ground. Rudloe Manor. You know, and this, that, and the other. And now they've just gone. Shoom.
Yeah,
we don't agree with what the US is doing. We're not going to do that. We're just going to stay over here." And then they shut up.
I think it's because our current Boberman hasn't got a clue what it's doing and is probably facing enough criticism as it is, with current affairs going as they are, that if this gets added to it, it's just going to make matters worse for them. Not that they're going to get any worse.
I think our current Boberman's a big pile of horse shit, quite frankly, and I think they couldn't find their own arse with a piece of toilet roll. So, I'll tell you one thing I'm going to bring up, and it's got nothing whatsoever to do with the stuff we normally talk about. You know, Motability?
Yep.
The Motability scheme, well, they are now halving the mileage you're allowed. 10,000 miles a year mileage, when on average people do at least 1,000 miles. And so they're cutting it from 20,000 miles to 10,000 miles a year. They've cut down the models of cars you can get. You can't have any of the nice ones. You can have like the base models, 10,000 miles a year, and it's 25p per mile over, or 15p per mile over if you go over that. So some people are looking at up to £7,000 worth of fine every year if they go over it. It's ridiculous. And
I mean, the thing is, when I looked into it, to get one of the decent motors, you had to pay more for it anyway.
Oh, for your tribe, you would need a people carrier, and people carriers, you got to put about £3,000 deposit now. You know, you're far better off getting a second-hand one. But I think they've done this so that people will go, fuck that, I'm going to buy a second-hand car. And more people will do that, and then they will turn around, guaranteed the Boberman will turn around and go, not enough people are using the scheme now, we might as well shut it. It's done on purpose.
Yeah.
It's done on purpose. And that's why they've done it.
This is what I said to Ellen the other day about this fuel increase. I don't think the fuel prices have gone up because of what's going on in the Middle East. I think it's because there's only 4 years left to go until this 2030 electric thing's going on. And I think this is their way of trying to push more people to go electric, because all of a sudden now there's more and more adverts about going electric for your vehicle, and the fuel prices are going up at the same time. And considering that we've got oil reserves that can be tapped into quite easily, and only 5% of oil products come through the Strait of Hormuz anyway, I don't see where the issue is. So there should be no reason that the oil prices should go up.
It's horse shit, and it's the fuel barons and the fuel giants going, let's make more money, let's screw everybody, let's fuck them all. That's what they do.
And the Bobbermans as well, because we've got the fuel duty tax.
Yeah, because
so what they should do is, to make things easier, is to reduce the fuel duty tax so that the price of fuel comes down.
But we all know that the Bobbermans, especially the heads of the Bobbermans, either themselves or their partners or their sons or daughters have got very high up jobs in either the motor industry or fuel energy industry. And they're all in on it. They're all getting a very nice, big, hefty slice out of it whilst they can. And this is why it goes on. It's why it happened last time. It's corruption.
Yeah.
It's corruption everywhere. You know,
I mean, Alan's right. The electric cars don't work because they actually create more environmental damage just to make one battery than a fossil fuel car does in its entire lifetime.
The byproducts of that is water, and that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if a car goes off, it's probably going to take out a whole road, but you know, you've got to have something substantial to make that thing blow up. But you know, I quite happily have a hydrogen-powered car. I don't want a battery-powered one. They're shit.
I mean, all it is an engine that divides the H2O into hydrogen and oxygen atoms.
Yeah.
And then fuel the car from that. So all you get is water as a byproduct.
Yeah, I think it was who was the one I saw doing it? Was it? I think it was Alfa Romeo. I've got one in. They're going to be bringing it out, and I think BMW are going to be bringing it out, and I think Volvo are supposedly bringing it out. But I think as soon as they bring out hydrogen-powered cars, way better for the environment, way better for everybody else. And what you're going to do? Start charging us a fucking fortune for getting a bottle of Evian on top in your tank up? Guaranteed they will. Guaranteed they will. The Bobbermans,
yeah.
Water tax. We need our big take of that. Fuck the lot of them. You know.
Well, wasn't there a guy in America that actually got fined for stealing water because he was collecting rainwater in his back garden? I'm sure there was.
Yeah, there's a lot of them being done for it. It's against the law over there. You can't collect rainwater. What the fuck? It falls from the sky. If you own your own land and you put some water butts out, and that water's fallen on your land in your acres, and you collected it on your land in your water butt.
Yeah,
it's crazy, absolutely crazy. You know, like it's like when I talk to Josh, or then when you talk to Josh and stuff, you'll hear him going on about the bombardment over there and how it's just fucked over there. It's absolutely fucked. You know, it used to be the land of the free, and everybody wanted to go to America and this, that, the other. I can remember years ago, I very nearly emigrated over there. I had everything all done, signed up for, in the papers and everything. And then I can't remember why I didn't. Don't know. I'm glad I didn't. If I was going to go anywhere back then, I think I should have gone to Canada. You know.
Yeah.
No, I'd steer clear of the US at the moment. Really steer clear of it. Sorry, guys, but I wouldn't want to be over there at the moment. I think I'm quite. Although with the government over here, the bombardment over here sucks. I'm quite happy being over here at the moment. You know. But yeah, the way they're starting to treat disabled people now, it's like they're screwing everybody else for taxes and this, that, and the other. Where can we make some more money?
Yeah.
Disabled, let's do it with them. Bunch of bastards. Absolute assholes. You know, once they get that bloody queer Starmer out, but they're better. So, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not talk about bombardments because I'll just start going off on one and say shouting absolute fucking bunch of wankers. So let's not do that. So
yeah, but when you think about it, it's half the bombardments that are causing these conspiracy theories in the first place.
If they told the fucking truth, just
exactly,
told the truth, none of this would happen. There'd be no distrust. There would be people who didn't like certain MPs because of whatever. But if you had actually had an honest Bobberman my God, the world would fall apart. If an honest government would be the best thing to happen to any country. But do we get it? No, nobody does. They all lie and bullshit and backtrack and fuck off. I couldn't be an MP. I couldn't. I just couldn't. Because I'd just be like trying to get to the top, and then when I got to the top, I'd be like, right, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Bring back Motability, get rid of that, lower the fucking retirement age, put it back down to what it should be, give pensioners back their free TV license, all that crap. They'd hate me. They'd hate me. They really would.
Oh, they're doing that already with the TV license, though.
Irene would rather go to England and Scotland. Gas prices are ridiculous here. We live on an island and we got nothing except water. And if I remember rightly, speed cameras over in Japan has to have take your face. They have to see your face on it to be able to do as well. Oh, thank you. So
that's all right. You just make sure your head's turned.
Do you remember Clarkson doing it? And he was in the Nissan, and he was speeding through all the cameras, and he had Bill Oddie's face on a stick, and he just held it in front of us. He went through all the cameras. Brilliant. Bill Oddie's probably sat back out. Fucking what's that? What? I don't know. They're all busy. Yeah. I love all that. But yeah, I think there's stuff happening at the moment, and I do think we've reached a turning point. I think we have reached a turning point, and I think it's spiritually and mentally. I do believe we are there, but the powers that be are trying to stop us from having that turning point. I really think that's going on.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, like we've said before, I think it's got to a stage now where they're not going to have a choice.
You can't hide it anymore. They can't. They're screwed now. They're done. They are done, and they know they're done. You know, the powers that be, the bad guys, everything. They're done. The truth's there. Yeah. We know it's there. We've all, as a population, have got to the point we're like, no, we're done with your bullshit. Stop lying. No one. We all know the line. Everyone knows the line. You know, you can't hide it anymore. Was it you could fool all of the people some of the time and some of the people all the time, but you can't fool all the people all of the time. And it's got to that point.
It looks like the expiry date on their free meal ticket has just been stamped.
Yeah, let's hope so. Because quite frankly, all the bobbins of the world should be taken outside, shot, and the whole thing should be started again with real people who are honest and actually want to help their countries. And I do believe it should be a one bobblement for the whole fucking world. If we're going to be in the Galactic Federation, it should be a one world thing that's run by the Galactic Federation. None of these corrupt, because then obviously if they want us in there, they're going to have no corruption, zero tolerance on people trying to line their pockets, trying to hike prices up, trying to pay for honors, trying to pay, little back doors in. Let's put the petrol prices up. Let's not do fossil fuels. Let's pretend we don't know what 0 point energy is and that we've actually had several working motors made, but we killed the guys that invented them. Let's get rid of all that. All of it. And have an age of honesty for once. We know our cousins are here and we're very happy they're here. So let's actually crack on and start interacting with them and talking to them and if you want us as ambassadors, myself and Wayne and Josh will quite happily be ambassadors for you. But Japan and European countries and Canada are working together now, trade among all of us. Yeah, good. That's what it needs. It needs no more lies, no more bullshit, no more hiding things. And it's, look, the worst ones for it are North America, UK, France, Germany, to name a few. Even the Australians are starting to come out with real stuff now. We've always had the South Americans, always had the Spanish, the Italians, the Greeks, all that lot of the other. Although the Greek governments are corrupt, we know, but they've been coming out with all the stuff for years about UFOs and it's real, So yeah, it is all good. Just needs the rest of the world to do it. It needs the rest of the world, i.e., North America and England, and France and Germany, to realise. Everyone's sick of your shit. Everyone's sick of your lies. Stop lying. Tell the truth. That's all you got to do. Tell the fucking truth. But it just shows you what it's got to be, what the job entails to be an MP now. You have to be a bullshit artist. It's the only way you can be one.
Yeah.
Why people want to be a bullshit artist for a living, I don't know. But like everything we talk about on here, like, everything we talk about on here, I've had people in the past. Well, we've had people in the past, and certain people who shall remain nameless, saying we don't know what we're talking about, and this and the other. But the fact is, we talk off camera. We talk off camera, and talk to each other and say, "Oh, this is going on, that's going on. What about this? What about that?" And we research it. We actually look it up, and we check it. We fact check it. You don't use normal browsers for it because they're controlled. Don't use Google and things like that. Use is it DuckDuckGo? Use DuckDuckGo and Tor and things like that to do any research.
But this is the thing: you tend to find the people that are the naysayers and that say we don't know what we're talking about. They haven't done their research themselves. They've just seen one or two videos that poo-poo the idea, and they've stuck with it.
Yeah. I can think of one.
Looked to the other side of it.
I can think of one person in particular that's said we're full of shit and this, that, and the other, and this person in particular is too scared to come out the closet and admit they're gay. But there's all this kind of stuff goes on, and it's like, just need to call an end to it. Stop all, and like all this para-unity bollocks and para-bullying. There's so much bullying in the paranormal world. You wouldn't believe. It's ridiculous. Everybody does the same thing. No one is a master or an expert in the other side because no one's been to the other side, lived there, and come back. You can't be an expert in anything. It's not.
No, it's absolutely.
We've all gone and done things. We've all spoken to what we think are possibly people that have passed. There may be people in the future, maybe people in the past, there may be people in different dimensions, and we're just somehow tuning into it. We don't know. But unless you actually go there and then come back with irrefutable evidence of this, and this, you're not a fucking expert. No. So stop all these people going, oh yeah, we're experts. They don't know what they're talking about. We do. They don't. Fuck off. None of us do. We just enjoy what we do, like UFOs and stuff like that. That's my thing. Cryptozoology, that's my thing. Ghosts, that's Wayne's thing. We love doing what we do, but we're not experts. We just do our research.
Exactly. And the thing is although, for instance, say for me, I've been doing it on and off for about 40 odd years.
And that's the
reason. It doesn't make me an expert. It makes me experienced.
And there's a big difference.
Yes.
There's a big difference. I've experienced UFO stuff when I was a child. I'm not going to go into it. It's stuff that I won't talk about on it.
And the Rendlesham Forest.
Yeah, Wayne knows about it and Josh knows about it, but things have happened in the past. Not an expert, but weird shit has happened, Same with paranormal. A lot of people have had weird shit happen to them themselves or seen and experienced weird shit happen. Cryptozoology, seen and had weird shit happen. They're not an expert. Nobody is. Of the closest people to being experts are the Native Americans that know their shit about all this. And if you go to various tribes like the Aboriginals and the Maoris and all that kind of stuff, that you talk to them about their ancient history, they know the truth. They know what's there. They know what's going on. But again, no one's an expert. Nobody's an expert unless you've lived there and come back. So, and para-unity, like I say, para-bullying. I'm proud to be paranormal. And what you forget is UFOs and cryptozoology is part of the paranormal world. So I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be paranormal. Wayne's proud to be paranormal. Josh is proud to be a beard. So, But yeah, I would suggest that everybody who follows us and watches the show, myself, Wayne, Josh, everybody, watch events that are happening now. Don't watch them through Yahoo, Google, anything like that. Use non-mainstream browsers. Trust me. Start watching events, start following, and you're going to see some strange shit happening. I'm telling you, something's coming. Something is coming. And I'm hoping it's going to be good. And I'm hoping it's going to be full disclosure. And I'm hoping we're going to be woken up at last. That's what I hope is coming. Whether it does or not remains to be seen, but things are pointing towards that.
Well, maybe that gravity loss on August the 12th may be the start of it.
I wonder if it could be a big, thing from our cousins up there saying, right, we're going to show you we're here. We're actually going to seal the Earth so you don't lose your oxygen and shit, but we're going to do zero gravity just for a few seconds and watch everything go up. We'll make you come down slowly. We won't make you go poof. We'll bring it back slowly so you slowly lower back down again, and then you'll have your proof that we can do this shit.
Shall we start our own conspiracy theory?
What?
Right, it's the New World Order. They're wanting to make sure that the New World Order only has the 500,000 people on the planet that they want. So maybe they're going to flick the switch to turn the gravity off, watch everybody else all float off into space, flick the switch back on, release the gas canisters to allow the oxygen back into the air again, and start again from scratch.
Hey, Tony, we're just about to finish, mate. I think that if that's what's going to happen, whoever's left are going to be the ones that start the planet again.
Yeah.
Whoever's left. Anybody that's outside on that day, if that's real and it happens, they're fucked. Anybody, animals, humans, anything.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right because we'll just tape ourselves down. But we need to know a time.
Just don't go out on that day. Don't go to work. Don't fuck all. Just stay in your house. Just ring in workers like, nah, gravity's off today. I'll be in tomorrow. You know?
Well, I'll be the summer holidays, so I'll just make sure that all the windows are locked and we stay indoors all day.
Get duct tape and Velcro. Make Velcro suits for the kids. Put the other half of the Velcro on the ceiling so when they go, they get stuck, and that's it. They won't fall. Put duct tape down your toaster. Duct tape the cats. So.
I won't let one of the cats out.
Keep your cats and the dogs in. Yeah, keep your cats and the dogs in on that day.
I'll leave one of the cats. I'll let them out the night before.
Come back. Just wait until there's a massive thud, and when there's been a massive thud outside, gravity's come back, and you can come back.
That'd be sod's law, wouldn't it? Like the gravity will switch off. We'll be floating up to the ceiling, and then a bloody great container ship will land on the house. You're like, yes, we made it, crunch.
Let's hope that all of Parliament is out and about having a group photo taken when that shit happens.
Oh, wouldn't that be good? They'd all be out on Parliament Square, all sitting there on the seats, all having a big group photo, and then all of a sudden this container ship goes splat.
Oh, God, yeah.
What's that?
I just want to see Boris Johnson floating about 200 foot up in the air going, well, bloody hell,
How did I get up here?
Fucking hell. I'm screwed. On that note, I shall say, and yeah, you're right, Irene, we do need a reset, but I think the reset we need, personally, is what I said. I think we need disclosure and a full awakening. Get away from all these woke bullshit arse wipes. Get away from all the corruption and actually start caring about each other. Stop the wars, and that. Start looking into alternative energies. Start looking into real cures for real cancers, viruses, all that shit. Start giving a toss about other countries. Stop going, oh, you're from there, so you must be this, or you're from there, or you from there. No, just stop it. Stop on all the bullshit with religions. We've got to hate you because you're not our religion. Well, fuck off. Just because you worship a big invisible sky god that's better than my big invisible sky god, what makes you better than us? Nothing. We're still human beings. If you cut me, I'm still going to bleed. I got one hand and one leg. Does that make me any different? Does that mean I don't bleed? No. Just means I'm too old now for people's bullshit. Same with Wayne, everybody else. We're just sick of bullshit. We need to wake up in a good way. We need to get consciousness awoke.
Yes.
And on that note, and we need 0 point energy, free energy. No pain for it anymore. And we need to make damn sure that everybody that wants a roof over their head has one. Start with your own countries first. On that note, I shall say we will be back next week. Keep your eyes to the skies and seriously start watching what's going on at the moment, because there's a lot. And watch for spheres, meteors, and the like, because there's a lot of shit going on. And there's more and more reports of, I think there's 6 different types of TR 3Bs, 3 whatever's. There's 6 different types. 2 of them are interstellar, but there's more and more reports of them being active. So again, just take a look. And we will join you next week. I'm wondering if we can get a guest on at some point. Maybe a super soldier, and we can pick them apart with their super soldiering. We shall have to see what happens. If somebody picked apart the booger sphere, does that mean they've just picked a booger? Anyway, on that note, it's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from the cat who's just there. And Josh, safe trip. Let me know you've got to Florida. And it's goodbye from him as well. And the mad Japanese person, Irene, and Noreen, and Tony, and who else was in there? Let's put all this back up. Yeah, I can't do that. Did it? No, of course you're not. Oh, there we go.
Nico.
Sorry, what? What did you say?
Nico Sharp was in.
Nico, that was it. Yeah. Thank you. And everybody else who's out there watching us over in Facebook and where else are we? We're over in YouTube. And this will be back. This will be up on Instagram, hopefully TikTok later as well. I've just got to figure out how to do that. So we'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Any queries, message us, email us on the Dark Mirror Radio Show at yahoo.co.uk. Give us suggestions about what you want us to talk about. Keep your eyes to the skies. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.